Hello friends, I'm Anupriya. Welcome to the class. One more preaching session. What I'm going to preach in this session. All the students out there, all the people out there who are working very hard on learning English or speaking English, you must have made a list to do things. To do things what? To speak a good English or to learn good English. But have you prepared any list what not to do when you are in the beginning phase or in the learning phase or you're a beginner in speaker? I have prepared a list for you not to do few things. The list has no end, but I didn't have made something like the list have no end. I have prepared something, a very few points which are 6 in numbers, but they are crucial. They are something that you actually do, but you never feel it, you never do it consciously. So, making yourself conscious towards all these mistakes and making yourself aware that you should not do. Let's have a look on the first one. What is the first mistake you commit and you should not do when you're learning English? That is, stop negative self-talk. It seems very general in its sentence and very common in listening, but I'll explain to you. When you are in the beginning phase of learning English, so before you go to speak with others, you have two things, or you already have a speaker or listener inside you. You have a mind and a heart, and at both of the places, you keep on talking to yourself. And the bad part is it that you never talk something positive. You always talk something negative. What are the negative things? Oh, am I going to speak something right? Or this sentence is correct or not? Or suppose I speak, the person will laugh at me. I have to apologize. Should I speak it or not? I just, cancel the idea of speaking English with that person. I'll only listen. So all these negative self-talk, you are talking to yourself because you have a listener inside you and you have a speaker. Both the parts you are playing with yourself. So I'll tell you, we all are the human beings. Doing such kind of conversation is okay. I also do on such places, not at this place, but I also make such kind of conversation to myself that a kind of self-negative talk. But if you need to speak this negative talk, so just minus this self from the sentence. Make this conversation with the other person. Speak negative, but in English and the counterpart. The person who is listening to you, then somewhere you will not lose your confidence. You will be at your own place and your motivation will not go on the low phase. So this is something you should stop doing. Next one is don't just learn in class. When you need to learn English and you need to speak English, first thing that you keep in your mind that I have to join a very good, institute or class kind of stuff where I could listen a lot of English and could learn more. My teacher should be good, and you completely depend on your teacher and on your English class. What you do, I have taken a lots of classroom sessions also. Something which I have noticed, once you have crossed the gate on the other side of the gate of your class, the 1 hour or 45 minutes of the class is over, all the students having a guffa, talking something else, nothing about the classroom, nothing about what you have learned. Because you have somewhere in your mind that, my God, what the teacher has said me or what I have heard today in the classroom is sufficient. I tell you it is not. Because it's not going to work if thinking in that process. I tell you one thing, it is difficult to explain your process of learning out of the classroom, but you can do it partially. How you can do it? You are coming out of the classroom, then you are going at the bus stop, or suppose you are traveling with your own vehicle. So, first day, you try half hour immediate after the class, practicing the session you have heard in your classroom. Next day, take it at your home. The next day, just after the home with your friends or someone else. It will take 1 week to 10 days to take the process on, and you will find a difference that whatever you are learning in your classroom, you are behaving that, you are using it after the classroom at your home or somewhere else, but the practice should be only this manner like I have said you. It will not happen overnight. You have to take 1 week to 10 days. Then only you are going to apply it and you will actually feel that you have done nothing specially. It was not forced, it was natural. And then you will come out of your classroom with all the stuff you have learned there and then your classroom sessions are going to help you. Otherwise, not. Next is what? Stop spending too much time studying. Doesn't mean that you stop studying. What it is meant that if you are learning English as a subject, so you're going to get failed in speaking. How? Because once we learn the subject, we have to go through all the technical parts, right? But learning is language is a completely different thing. If I'm learning a language, so I keep on studying and keep on by-hearting something or reciting something. No, because language, just think about your native language that you used to speak every day. Do you study your native language for long hours, a whole day? No, you don't spend a lot of time in studying your native language. So why are you doing the same thing with your English? No. So what I'm suggesting you, study for 30 minutes, take a break, go somewhere or do the work what you are doing if you're not a student. Again, just spend 30 minutes and then take a break. English is a gap filler among your tasks. It's a compulsory thing that you have to do it, keep on doing every day. I'm telling you, your mind will be occupied only with it and it will be forced in your mind. It will not become a natural kind of language, right? So studying for hours and hours only on a particular thing, it will also make your mind stressful and you will not be able to speak a good English. So all the people out there, do it what I'm saying. Next one is stop comparing yourself to others. This is also something we are doing. Definitely we must have friends speaking English or somewhere else. Well, lots of strangers are also there, or in website we have joined a making chats who are there in English. So what we are doing, I'm comparing myself to someone else. If the other person has spoken a very difficult sentence, a big sentence, a complete stanza in English, so I thought, why can't I do this? I compared myself somewhere, but I faced a failure or speaking the same kind of English. So I felt, oh my God, I'm not able to do this. This feeling has been, taken place in your mind. You sow the seed of disappointment and somewhere this disappointment has become a tree. And again, you are finding yourself insufficient in speaking the English. Why it is happening? It's happening because you are comparing yourself to the other person. I'm telling you, lots of human beings are there on the earth. Many people, many men, many women. Have you find, rare are the exceptions, don't talk about the rare. Have you seen two people having all the same eyes, ears, nose, but not same face? So how can you think that you will be same like the other person? You have your unique character of learning. So just believe on that, stop comparing and go on. Next is stop thinking learning as a chore. What is it? It is something that you have to do it. You have to do it. No, you don't have to do it. Say yourself, I want to do it. I want to do it. And I will do it. When you say you have to do it, it means that it is a one-time task learning English and you keep on studying. It's somewhat different from this point. Because when you take it as a chore, it means that it is being forced in your mind every time you are studying English for 24 hours. Again, I'm telling you, when you keep it in your mind, you have to do it means you are making it a compulsion. And when there's a compulsion, you will again face the failure. So, I'll suggest you, wherever you are, just see the atmosphere around you. Suppose if you're on the street, you're walking somewhere, you're in the garden, look around you. Create some sentences and speak it to yourself instead of making the negative self-talk. So don't make it like only one-time routine task. Break it into the pieces whenever you find yourself comfortable, alone, in the position, in the good atmosphere. Do it yourself. Last one, don't neglect the other modes of learning. What are the other modes of learning? Definitely listening to the good teacher or speaking somewhere. We listen and we speak. But balanced learning is very important. Focus on writing also, focus on reading also, focus on listening also, and same thing you can do with the speaking also. Only following one part and focusing on a single part is not justified. You will not be able to adopt the language completely. If you have adopted any language, so adopt it in a complete manner. don't focus only on the single part of this one, otherwise the language is not going to enter in your head and you will not be able to deliver it properly. So that's all for this session. I hope after watching this video, it would be a great help to you. You will not repeat all these mistakes if you are as a beginner learning English language, and definitely you will remove these barriers from your list. That's all. Bye.